Welcome everyone. With the GENSHIN IMPACT global release upon us within 12 days from now, on the 28th of September, I have found something very exciting for us. So let's get into it right away. This is a website promote event for the pre-release of GENSHIN IMPACT up to the October 10th for the game. And this is on the Miho website. So what's happening is they have offered basically a small gacha minigame which allows you to acquire a certain prices, which I'll show you the price list, from the 4-star weapon to the 4-star artifact up to the 3-star weapon, 3-star artifact, and some of the consumables. You can be acquiring those by just doing a few daily tasks with your pre-registered login account. First of all, to gain access of this particular small event, what you need to do is you need to be on the GENSHIN IMPACT main website, have access to an account with email, pre-register. After you are pre-registered, you'll be prompted to see the pre-registration reward. After seeing those rewards, you can come to this website, which I'll attach in the link below for us, and you can play the mini games every day for about 8 tries. So let's have a look how the mini game works, and I'll go through the whole mini game concept and the rules and everything you need to know. Firstly, you click play, and this will prop into 9 of the circles. And by selecting those, unwrapping those, when you get 3 of the same kind, you'll be gaining this particular price, and this price actually goes into your shelf. So let's come to the shelf over here. After you have the shelf, you have a list of items you have acquired. After acquiring those items, you can only redeem 16 weight of the items. It's not 16 items, it's 16 weighted. So this is why we're going to come to the rules. There are a few parts of the rules. Firstly, everything is happening, what's happening with the dates, and you can read the rules on the particular instance. And the first rule you want to be noted is that the tier A item, there is a lucky chance. So you receive 1 lucky point for every prize you win, and up to a maximum of 25. When you reach the 25, you lock out. When you lock out, you guarantee to get a class A prize on the next try. So once you try over 25 times, you get a class A item. And after you lock out, your luck status will reset, and you can accumulate this again to get multiple class A rank items. So the class A rank items is not very hard, because you can roll this about 8 or 9 times a day. The next rule is the more important one. This one talks about the weight that you can actually take items into from this minigame into the game for you. Here the weight of items are the A rank is 10 weight up to the E rank with 2 weight. On the first notice, you can take the perfect combination of 1 A rank and 1 B rank for 16 weight exactly, and that's what I assume most people will be doing. And after second notice of what the items available, there's another great combination which I'll share with you guys, just as my share bonus for us. So you can notice the 2 combination of items are prototype weapons, which I believe this is a great sword, and this is probably a magical weapon. And from the looks of it, this is probably for a warrior, this is probably for a mage. Keep in mind there's a 1-hand sword and a 2-hand sword possibility. So those weapons are quite easily accessible. If you're getting the game with all the promotions with the pre-register and all the free-to-play content, you'll be getting a few of the 10 times draws in the game. And those do guarantee a 4-star character or 4-star weapon. So likely weapon is not going to be your biggest concern. What will be better is the 4-star artifacts. Those artifacts all have some pretty nice stats by just having 2 of them, and they can have stats with 4 of them. And on top of that, artifacts which I found in my beta gameplay, it was quite hard to accumulate, and it's quite rare even at the 4-star level. Much more rare than a weapon for me. So the first 2 artifacts are more for mage and archers. It gives you the elemental damage with AT boost, and when you have 4 of them, you also gain when you charge your particular skill, or when you charge your attack, you actually gain an increase of damage. The second 2 are for the warrior type or the physical attack damage type. You gain the 20% attack damage right away, and the stats of those items are pretty decent at 4-star. So not only they have a set stat, they also have the flat stat gained by the artifact. After that, the tier C isn't that great, so I wouldn't worry about the tier C, and the tier D and tier E, just something to be added on top of that. What I recommend is if you can go for the tier A item and tier B, that works. Or you can go for 2 of the tier B for the mage and archers, or you can go for the warrior too. You can go for the gladiators too. And what that leaves us is, let's come back here. That will leave us on 12 points, and we're left with 4 points. On 4 points, you can go for 2 of the E grade item, which I don't recommend. You can go for 1 of the C grade item, get another 3-star artifact. So go for 2 4-star artifact and go for 1, C graded artifact. Lastly, let me show you guys how to accumulate more tasks here. So to go for more tasks, you can click on the task and just basically open up the links here. Those links are safe, and I've tried them before. Basically, it's just the social media promotes. And after you have opened all of them, did I open this one? I did, right? So we're going to close all of them. And they just want you to do this once a day to increase the traffic for the social media likely. And now you have 8 tribes. I started the day with 1 tribe, now I have 8 more tribes. I'll finish the 8 tribes with us, and we'll talk about something more generic as we go. So it is much easier to get the A rank item if you actually do this every day for the account you're playing. And at that point you realize getting the B rank item is actually more essential, because B rank item is not guaranteed with the luck score. On top of that, as you go through in the game, some of us may be considering to reroll the account. If you haven't heard of rerolling, I'll actually be making a video probably after this one to talk about rerolling. What rerolling is that we can't be certain of getting a lucky character or like a lucky weapon. Usually it's a character which is a legendary, which is a 5-star character in the game. And the rates for those characters are not very high. In order to do so, people tend to spend maybe 10 or 20 minutes just to start the account up to the state that you can actually get the free rolls, and you roll for your characters. If you don't get it, people tend to delete their account and go for it again. And economically, this may be slightly better because you're securing 100% chance of getting a good character, compared to those that started the game and played for a few days, then realized they don't have the best characters they wanted. So why am I touching on the free rolls and the rerolls is that this actual minigame can be used for the reroll to not compensate, but rather to enhance the strength of the account, because the game will come out on the 28th, and you have about 12 more days to use the minigame onto the rerolled account that you have found a really good character, likely a legendary character, and you can be finding for, say, if you got an archer or a mage, you can be rolling for the items or the weapons for that character. Let's say if you got a warrior or someone who's melee damage, you can go for the gladiator set or go for the sword. So this is also respectively good event that you can actually use when the game actually launches, which would be very nice. And here's everything for this particular event. Hopefully you guys find it early enough to take advantage of this. You do need at least 4 days or 3 days to complete the 25 and guarantee 1 A rank item. And after that, how you pick it is up to you. So thank you again for watching, guys. I'll be making more guides for Genshin Impact, so make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and say hi on Twitch as I stream the games for us. And I'll be making more builds, tips on gathering, and small mechanics, small tricks that help us enhance the game. I wouldn't recommend spending a lot in the game right away, because there can be a better efficient use of resource as we discovered. Thank you again, everyone. I'll see you guys next time.